Mariah Carey has undeniably become synonymous with Christmas, a feat few artists can claim. The pop icon's name immediately conjures images of holiday cheer, and a significant part of this association is thanks to her timeless Christmas anthem, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Released in 1994 as part of her Merry Christmas album, the song has become a seasonal classic, re-entering the charts and the public consciousness every year as the holiday season approaches. Its success and staying power have cemented Carey's status as the Queen of Christmas, a title she seems to embrace. But as Carey reflects on her Christmas legacy and the 30th anniversary of the Merry Christmas album, she admits that this festive journey wasn't something she initially envisioned for herself. At the time the idea of a Christmas album was pitched to her by her record label, Carey, despite being early in her career, found herself unsure of whether it was the right move. I was a little bit apprehensive, she admits, looking back on that pivotal moment. I felt like Christmas albums were something artists did later in their careers at the time. Carey was still establishing herself as one of the biggest voices in music, with a string of hits under her belt, but she wasn't entirely convinced that this was the right time for such a project. However, she soon embraced the idea, and once she threw herself into it, her initial hesitation gave way to a love for the process. I decorated the studio and just had the best time, she recalls with a smile, reflecting on how the festive spirit took over and led to the creation of one of the most iconic holiday albums of all time. As the years have passed, Carey's Christmas music has become a cornerstone of her identity, with All I Want for Christmas Is You becoming not just a song, but a cultural phenomenon that defines the season. The song has had an enduring legacy, much like Carey herself, transcending generations and continuing to spread joy worldwide. It's a tradition now. Once the holiday decorations come out and the temperature drops, so too does the music of Mariah Carey, reminding people that Christmas has officially arrived. But Carey's illustrious career is far more than just holiday hits. She is also known for albums that pushed boundaries and redefined her as an artist. One such album was the Emancipation of Mimi, a 2005 release that Carey holds in high regard. Reflecting on the album, she describes it as a pivotal moment in her career, one where she felt like people were ready to re-embrace her. I think the Emancipation of Mimi is one of my albums where there were different boundaries that got pushed aside, she explains. I was really happy about that because I needed to come back, apparently. And so it was a comeback. But it's one of my favorite albums. Her connection to that album runs deep, as she reflects on how its success allowed her to perform songs she hadn't touched in years. Celebrating it this year was really fun because I never get to do those songs, she says. This time I did. This reflective tone speaks to Carey's enduring passion for her craft, as she has always been deeply invested in the music she creates. While some artists may drift away from older works, Carey remains attached to hers, rediscovering joy in revisiting them, even if her relationship with each album evolves over time. Interestingly, Carey also brings up Charm Bracelet, an album that, while meaningful to her, didn't receive the widespread recognition she felt it deserved. I feel like the album Charm Bracelet was a very good album too, but not everybody knew that album, she says. Despite this, Carey doesn't dwell on its commercial performance. Instead, she continues to express gratitude for her later successes, such as the massive hit We Belong Together, which helped cement her comeback after It's Like That, a song that did well but didn't quite reach the same heights. It's a good song, she adds, recalling how much she loves performing it, though she acknowledges the different stages she goes through with her albums. I go through stages with these albums. It's interesting. Carey's reflections on her career are not just about her music, though. She also offers valuable advice to young artists navigating fame. Having been in the spotlight for decades, Carey knows firsthand the challenges that come with fame and success. I have been through my share of dramas, and it's not fun, she admits, offering a glimpse into the difficulties she faced while growing up in the public eye. You grow up thinking, I want to be famous. I mean, really with me, it was always, I want to be a singer. I want to write songs, but I want to be famous was right there with it. Carey reflects on how her early desire for fame was likely fueled by a sense of insecurity. I didn't feel like I was good enough on my own because of the things I went through growing up. And that's not a good way to feel, you know. Despite these challenges, Carey encourages young artists to focus on what truly matters, their passion for music or their craft. My advice would be try your hardest to go into this industry with a love of your talent or what's really real for you, she says. If the motivation is simply fame, Carey warns, it may not lead to the fulfillment they seek. If it's like, I want to be famous, I want to run around with those people, whoever they are, the famous people, then it's probably not the best idea. Carey's wisdom comes from years of experience, and as she continues to navigate the complexities of fame, she does so with a clear understanding of what matters most to her, her music and her fans. Her ability to stay true to herself has allowed her to maintain a lasting connection with audiences, even as the music industry has changed dramatically over the years. Recently, Carey also found herself in the world of film in an unexpected way. Her song Always Be My Baby was featured in Ari Aster's 2023 horror comedy film Beau Is Afraid, an unconventional choice for a song that is typically associated with romance and nostalgia. Carey had to approve the song's use and found the experience interesting, if not somewhat surprising. "I thought it was interesting the way they used my song," she says. "It didn't really match with the movie, but I was just being edgy by saying, okay, fine." It was a departure from what she was used to, and although she wasn't reluctant, she acknowledges how different the experience was from anything she had done before. As Carey prepares for her upcoming Christmas tour and an appearance at the American Music Awards, her reflections offer a glimpse into the mind of an artist who has weathered the ups and downs of fame with grace. From Christmas classics to career-defining albums, to unexpected film appearances, Mariah Carey continues to prove that she is more than just a seasonal sensation. She is a musical legend whose influence transcends genres and generations.